Hello. Hi. Public speaking is equal to 4 crown root canals to me. If there's somebody quieter than Rodney, it probably was me, unless I have a few beers. I've had one, so I would like to share just a little bit about Rodney and I. I'm Rodney's girlfriend, and my name is Trish. And we were together for 2.5 years, and it was absolutely wonderful years. We were very happy. He taught me how to laugh and lighten up and do things that I was too shy to do before. And but I really wanted to share how we met because it's kind of funny. I hadn't dated in 7 years after losing a significant other to cancer. And don't be thinking Black Widow. It was 10 years ago next month. But I didn't think I had anything to offer to another man. And then I decided I'll try the online dating thing. And if you've ever done that, I had some really strange first blind dates. Really strange. One guy I met, we had shared french fries and 2 Cokes, and then he asked to split the bill and then gas money to get back to Hemet. And another guy couldn't drive because his mom hit his head, and I was like, okay, take care of your mom. And he goes, but my mom has to drive me because I have a withered arm. And so I kind of didn't pay attention to my online dating, and then Rodney picked me. And I looked at his picture, I read his profile, I looked at his picture, and I read his profile. And I was kind of thinking, oh, he's kind of small, his profile's kind of average. Oh, we'll go to Baja, we'll do the Keys, we'll do these things. Kind of like what guys write in those things. But there was one part in there that stuck out. And he said, I have 2 sons, Matthew and Kevin. They are my soul and inspiration. I wish I could be more like them. And when I read that, I knew this is a good man. This is a good father. This is somebody I want to meet, because that's how I feel about my 2 children, Laura and Mark. And so we agreed to meet at Chili's in Beaumont, pretty early, because I'm an early gal, I'm not a night gal. And I got there at Chili's and he wasn't there. And I was thinking, oh boy, here comes another flake. And so I sat down in a little waiting area. 2 minutes later, he called me and he was frantic, like, I can't find it. I can't find the place. So I told him how to get in there. And he came rushing in, and he rushed right past me. Straight for the bar. And he looked like a deer in the headlights, like looking around. And so I had a few seconds to judge him up, and I walked up behind him, I tapped him on the shoulder, and he turned around, and his eyes widened, and his grin got bigger. And I could tell he liked what he saw, and I liked what I saw. So you'd think that'd be a fairy tale date, right? Well, the next hour was stick a needle in my eye torture. Because we both are quiet people. And so it was like, well, how do you like Yucaipa? Oh, it's great. Silence. He'd look around. And he'd look at me. Well, how do you like Beaumont? Oh, it's really nice. And minutes would pass, and it'd be, oh, it was really hot outside, wasn't it? And, yep. And I just thought, okay. And I got up to leave before he paid the bill, because my mom, who's 90 next month, told me, don't let him see your car, what you drive, because he might be a serial killer. So he didn't have time to pay the bill. I got up, and as I started to leave, I leaned over to hug him. And when we hugged, there was this special spark. I can't even explain it, but I know he felt it too. But I still ran for my car. And he was calling me the next morning, wanting to go out for lunch. And So we went to Bob's Big Boy, another very public place, and I hid my car in the parking lot. And we had lunch, and then he started talking about this craft brewery place in Redlands. He goes, let me take you there, it's really nice, it was a beautiful day, and you can watch the airplanes land and take off and sit outside. I'm like, okay, all that sounds good. And we walked outside, and I'm like, do you want me to follow you? And he's like, you can ride with me. And I'm like, I made him show me his driver's license. And it was good, it was valid. And so I get in the car, and we're riding, we're going left, right, and then we're in the middle of orange groves somewhere. And I'm like, I looked at him and I said, is this part where you pull out your axe and chop me into a million pieces and throw me in the grove just like my mom said you would? And he looked at me and we just started laughing. And after that, we were cool, we were good. Rodney would call me every morning at 8:01, not 8 o'clock, 8:01 after he'd had his coffee and he did his crossword puzzles. And then he'd call me, and his voice was always so cheerful and upbeat, and just, wanting to know how my day started, and how I spent the night, how I was comfortable and everything. And then we'd text each other throughout the day, and then he'd go down to Hickory Ranch, where he had dinner every single night, or almost every single night unless we were together. And he would slip out to call me precisely at 7 o'clock. Got earlier during the winter hours because I was wearing my pajamas. But he'd call out to just wish me sweet dreams. And I'd always ask him, are you going to dream about me tonight? And he'd always say, of course I will. And I'd answer, deal. And he'd say, deal. It wasn't too mushy, but he did a lot of things for me over the past 2.5 years. He had a really kind personality. And when I looked at Rodney, I didn't see a small man. I saw a big man with a big heart. And I'm gonna miss him so much. But I have a lot of memories, and my pugs are missing him too. So, anyway, appreciate everybody being here and all the support I've received. And God bless you all.